Hello and welcome to Global Fashion Workshop. Let me remind you that we post a new video 3 times a week. We're continuing to work on our palazzo pants, and we'll still have a few more videos dedicated to palazzo pants. We already drafted the pattern. We talked about what to pay attention to, how to preserve the grain line, how to uniformly slash and spread on both sides of the grain line so that they hang beautifully and don't twist anywhere on the bottom of the pant. Let's look again at the sketch. These are very simple pants, which we call simply palazzo pants. Today I want to cut them out, baste, and then try them on so that you can see how it looks on the body. I remind you that palazzo pants have a maxi length. If you wear flat shoes, then they'll practically be to the floor. They'll cover the heel. If you wear heels, then of course the pants will fall a bit over the heel. And they have a very high rise here, a very high waist. You saw how I made the pattern. I want to say that usually it takes 2 lengths in fabric for these pants, but see how I was able to save some fabric here? I already put away the sketch. Why? Because you all saw it already. Now it's not about the sketch. Let's look here. I'll add a little bit here, a centimeter here and here. And instead of using 2 lengths of pants in fabric, I managed to save this much. Pay attention. Look, I added 6 centimeters for the hem allowance. So I have added 6 centimeters here. And here I have 6 centimeters added. Attention, here is our crease line. Here is the crease line on the grain line. This means that our distance along the whole length of the pattern piece, from the crease line to the selvage, will be the same everywhere. Same thing here. Here I'm checking, we have the same distance everywhere. So I placed it parallel to the selvage, strictly respecting the grain line, and I can start cutting. The seam allowances aren't too big. After all, it's Ponte Roma fabric. Yes, I also want to remind you that this is educational material. It's for education purposes. So please, don't write to me whether you think these purple pants suit me or don't suit me. That's not what it's all about. Our point here is to learn how to work with this topic. That is, how to preserve grain lines, how to flare correctly, what to pay attention to, how to achieve a good fit. That's what this video is all about. If you have a well-thought-out pattern, it literally takes 5 minutes to cut it out. You already prepared everything, you spent time thinking about everything beforehand. And at this stage, you have absolutely nothing else to think about. Just cut it out. On the front leg, even if you don't have a crease line and you won't be pressing anything, please do me a favor, baste along the crease line, which is our grain line. It's important so that when you do the fitting, you see the direction of the pant leg on yourself. So now, what am I going to do? I will now give this to my helper to baste along the grain line, and I will continue cutting. Here, I already cut out the front leg before. Now I cut out the back leg. And now I'll start assembling these darts. During this time, Natashenka will baste along my grain lines at center front, the crease lines. On the back leg, no need to baste the crease line, just on the front.
Только по передней половинке.
We have more and more material about pants on the channel. Last year in February, I was in Paris, and I wanted to buy a pair of pants from Brunello Cucinelli, which cost 550 euros before that trip. I thought, oh well, it's too expensive. So when I went to the shop next time, the cotton pants now cost 1,180 euros instead of 550. I calculated that it was about 100,000 rubles in our currency, and then I said a definite no. So I came back home and sold myself a pair of pants, which really resemble the ones from Brunello Cucinelli, but cost almost nothing. I have 2 pairs of these pants now, and I wear them with pleasure. I'm just so happy. We're not that rich to buy stuff like that, especially when we can make it ourselves. I marked the dart. Let's do everything carefully. Now I'll be basting the darts. My line is a little off here, you see? You need to check everything. We're always checking the smoothness of lines. So, my front leg doesn't have any darts. Those who have a front dart, you do the same. I also want to say, very often in such wide pants, we insert an elastic in the sides or the back, or a waistband in the front, and in the back we gather on an elastic. In that case, we won't need the dart. But that would be a different design. That wouldn't be palazzo pants. The point of palazzo pants is that they must fit very well around the waist area. No elastics. So now I'll start basting all this, and then we'll try it on. And I think I'll look very fabulous in them. The back leg pieces are on a table. I basted the darts, these waist darts. Here are the front legs. Side seam with side seam, inseam with inseam, right sides together. Always put these halves with each other so that you can clearly see and not have them all mixed up on the table and then you stand there wondering what is what. So now I'll start basting one leg. Natasha will baste the second leg behind the camera, and we're almost ready for the fitting. We have this old saying in Russian, we cannot wait for bounties from nature, it is our duty to take them. And we cannot give such money for expensive designer pants. It's our duty to make them ourselves. And so we're working hard. And I never tire of repeating, if you find this work intense and boring, you only need to remember how much it costs in a shop. And you'll see, you'll start liking the work right away. Of course, I mean if we're sewing high-quality, expensive things and not some elasticated pants that take 3 minutes. Of course, those are not worth much. Or some dress made in a rush. Those who have been with us for a while know that it's forbidden to baste with fabric hanging in the air. Take the garment like this in your hands and baste while it's hanging. Everything that we're basting, we're doing it only on the table. The quality of our future garment really depends on this. So I'll finish basting this seam now and this one. We basted the inseams and the side seams. We basted the pants hem, 6 centimeters. It's okay if now during the fitting they seem to be longer than needed. They could still shrink a bit during pressing and steaming. So for now we have this length. We basted the waistband. In the front, we have a basting stitch along the crease line. In the back, we have darts, waist darts. Here they are. Now I'm going to put them on. So I'm wearing the pants. I really like them. I like this high rise and maximum length. I would take off about 1.5 centimeters, but I'll do it in the end, once we'll be sewing the final garment. I really like how they fit. Everything is good. We didn't fix anything at all off camera. The way we drafted it, cut it out, basted, and it all fit very well. Look at how beautiful the lines are. Last week we were shooting a video on exercises and I found this t-shirt, but of course I won't be wearing them with this t-shirt. This t-shirt now is just to be able to show you the pants. Perfect drafting, good fit, the grain line direction is correct, maximum length, maximum width, a small top, and you'll be the star of any party. I'm happy we did this, but we'll still come back to this topic because palazzo pants could also be quite different. On this note, I'm saying goodbye. Click like, share our videos on social media, subscribe to our channel. All the best for myself, Irina Paukšte, and our entire team.